What up, Rick?
What's up, SMT?
We had to get you on, man. It's been a long time, bro.
I know. I feel like a big YouTuber now. I'm on a big YouTuber channel.
That's like what Ciovo always says, right?
Yeah,
Big
CEO. Yeah,
YouTuber.
big
Yeah.
tuba. Yeah, exactly. Well,
Let's
I,
do
I
some
kept
hellos,
getting
Rick.
bombarded, by messages to say, "Hey, Ricky, when you going to Snee's Livestream again? When you going? When you going?" So yeah. So I figured I'd just do it.
Yeah, man. It's
I'm,
good to have you
I'm
back,
off
bro. It's been a
tonight. I'm
while.
still waiting on my computer to get finished here with the graphics card to come back. What a nightmare! You pay
Wow.
$700 for a card, and then it's like dead after Carlos tested it before he shipped it. It's crazy.
Well, like I was telling you, my only trouble is they should have sent you the new one and then just,
Yeah.
process the return in that way. Like,
Oh
I
yeah, I
mean,
agree.
most good companies would have sent out the new one and
Yep.
then cleared everything once they got the old one back. And if
Well,
you didn't
here's what
return the old one, they charge you for it, right? Like that's the
exactly.
process.
That's
Right.
right. But here's the thing. They wanted me to pay to ship back
Nah.
this high dollar item and it's like no. We said no, 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 and finally they give us a label, right? I
Yeah.
went to the post office. She gets
Hmm.
the envelope out. Okay, so this is a graphics card. I don't know if you guys seen the picture of this graphics card, but this thing is
Yeah.
it's a monster. She
Yeah.
comes out there with this little envelope and says, "Okay, here you go. This is what they paid for." And I go,
That's what they
"No, no, 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 no." I says, "You can't fit that in there." And I said, "I can give you some other examples of that, but I'm not going to do that." So got to keep it G.
Let's do some hellos and some welcomes, man. We got
All
Baby Yoda.
right.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through. Hashtag Mod Squad. Gigi is in the house. She's coming back. We got Ross.
GG.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Let's see. Yep, you asked for it. You got it. We're gonna hashtag dumb skunk tonight for Ricky for sure.
That's right.
That's gonna be the theme of the evening. Chame, what
Build
is
them
up, my
small
friend?
cells.
That's right. Ohio Rail fan. There we go.
Wow.
What's up, my dude? Rams in the house. SMT and company. Yep, we here. Let's see. We got Jason D in the house. There you go. No Dennis today, but we're probably gonna have him Friday. So you guys will have a. And we got Baja Blast. Yep, yep. We'll get the telco Jesus and technical Jesus or whatever.
Cable guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Telco Poppy and Telco Jesus. That's right. All right. MS is here. What up, Zero Cool? Cipriani Tech is in the house.
Zero. Cool.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Spoken Poetry? He's got himself the
Oh,
new iPhone 11 on Straight Talk, man. Enjoy that phone. The only thing I would have said, man, is, you know,
no 5G.
no 5G. That's really it. Otherwise, the phone, you're probably going to enjoy it. Otherwise, it's probably got a good camera.
Or
You
should
like
I
that
say
and stuff.
LTE plus plus?
Plus, plus, plus. Right. For those
Yeah.
extra wide channels of 60 megahertz N77 and 100 megahertz N41.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Let's see here. Who else is here? We got Michael E. We got Devon. Welcome to the show. Okay, StreamYard officially just jumped on me. All right,
Uh
there we
oh.
go. We got a
Yeah.
hashtag DOD from David. We got a
Oh God.
hashtag CBAN from David.
Guy's gonna get me going tonight.
we got we got a hashtag
I'm gonna drink some
N77. Is
more
that
coffee.
better? Is that better, Rick? Hashtag thongitis, you say? Okay,
Oh, geez.
that's right.
Holy
Let's see
smokes.
here. Blind Tech Adventure says taking this week off so I can actually tune in live. Oh, glad to have
Oh,
you, man. It's been a while since we had you on the show, and glad you're here.
yeah.
And it's a pleasure. Hey, Jason. TJ is in the house.
Jason. Yes. One of my memberships. Yes. I got three
Radio
members
in
on
the
my channel.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Hashtag flip phones from Verizon. Did you get that news, Ricky? I just dropped that video.
No, I didn't get to
Oh,
see it. I just woke up a little
okay.
bit ago.
So, Verizon is sending out flip phones to people that are on those old 3G flip phones. So they're sending them LTE flip phones.
Oh. So why don't we just make
And
this flip phone day then?
yeah, it's crazy. But there are voice over NR flip phones. I'm surprised they didn't just send them one of those.
Voice over
You know,
NR. What is that?
Voner.
You're
It's
gonna
when
get
your
me
phone.
started here already. It's too early.
It's.
That
I
fake
mean,
ass standalone Bonar
all right. Next year it might
bamboozle.
be real. It might be real next year.
Yeah, we might have people on Mars next year too. I better be careful. I'll have you spitting your drink out like I did Carlos that time.
Ricky, you you know damn well we're gonna have standalone cores operational next year. You know damn well.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Verizon.
What do you mean? AT&T's committed, and T-Mobile's committed.
Yeah,
What you
well,
mean, bro?
AT&T is. Yeah, they're launching. Yeah, they're doing a lot of upgrades. Actually, AT&T has more N77 in the keys than Verizon now, and they started late in the game.
I believe it. They're moving faster.
Over
Yeah,
there by
they're
the courthouse, when I was getting my license plate renewed, I looked at my phone and it said 5G plus, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" It's like, I was on AT&T because I got Lost Mobile, and I said 5G plus. I said there ain't no damn 5G plus here. These people are
Did you look
crazy.
up at the tower site?
Yeah, I looked up. The tower's right there in the parking lot. I looked at the
Mm.
top, and there, guess what I saw? N77 antenna. The lady
Ericsson?
inside was working there. Yep,
Yeah.
and she says they put that up in 2 days. She said she's seen people up there one day, up there working, and then the next day they was working a little bit more, and then that's it. 2 days they were gone, up and down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Yep. The
crazy.
upgrades are so fast here. I mean, they got crews. I
Now
gotta admit,
AT&T
man,
is
the
not
crews
optimizing it
who well,
as
here's the
quick
thing.
as.
The crew, like when it comes to the hardware installations, they're fast, right? But it takes like a week or two to really like turn
Yep.
it on, optimize it, tune it. Because now
Yeah.
what we're starting to see here in Cleveland, Rick, is we're starting to get overlapping coverage. We're getting
Yep.
sites handing off.
That's right.
So
And
so you got more
that's got to
you
be
got more
smooth,
things
or
to
you're going to
work
have
with.
problems like T-Mobile. Exactly.
So something I noticed is that some of the sites were starting to push 2 and 3 miles. Well,
Yep.
now they're going to have to turn that down because it's
Yep.
going to start overlapping with sites that might be a mile and a half away or like
Yeah.
1.8 miles
It
away.
just depends on the how many frequencies. See, and right now we're limited on frequencies right now. So with 60 megahertz of bandwidth, that's 60 megahertz of frequencies. As we get more frequencies, then they can reuse them. Because the whole idea is if you got a panel pointed this way, and then you got a panel pointed this way, they can't be on the same frequency. So they have to be on a different frequency, otherwise they'll clash. So as long as you have them facing each other, this one's on a certain frequency and this is on a different, there's zero problems with issues.
Well, you're
But
talking
when you
about
start
like the way that
reusing
the
them,
sectors are positioned and the azimuth
yeah,
and all of that, right?
yeah, there's a lot of engineering that goes into this because it's just like making a jigsaw puzzle. I mean, you got to lay it all out and you got to put the pieces all together. Because if you don't put the puzzle together right, it's not going to look like a puzzle. It's going to look like T-Mobile. It's going to look like Timmy and his Magenta map. It's going to be all fake. Everything. So yeah, you got to put the puzzle together right and everything. So
Well, you know how we feel about those daggone maps, bro. You know.
oh my god, this makes me furious. Yeah, and even the N77 maps is just a little bit exaggerated too, just a little
Oh yeah,
bit.
absolutely. Oh, they
So
got them reaching further than they do, and in
yeah,
some places they've already mapped the sites just
yep,
because they put in permits. Like they haven't even
yep,
done the upgrades. They put them on the map. I'm like, there's
that's
nothing up
right.
there. You know?
Yeah. Well, that tower I was telling you about at the courthouse there, I did a drone video on that, and I got that. And it's 300 feet. The N77 is at 300 feet. I tested it out. I got reception 4 miles, and it was actually still boosting the output pretty good. So it's
So
incredible.
so Rick,
300 feet.
that's pretty damn crazy, right? Like that's a very tall site. That's a boom
Yep.
site, really what it
Yep.
is. Yeah. Yeah, that's tremendous. The only sites I find like that are out like in Medina County. So once you leave
Yeah.
Cuyahoga, like that's like Cleveland proper and the surrounding
Right.
suburbs.
Yeah.
Once you leave the county, there's more space. It's less developed. You got like state roads, straight state routes, and it's not like street names and stuff like that.
Oh
They
yeah.
they put huge tower sites. And you know what, Rick? We talked about this last year.
Mm-hmm.
N77 is a true, like, this is a real macro band. This thing is powerful, right? This
Yep.
frequency gets pushed really hard.
Yep.
and it basically goes as far as they
Hmm.
need it to from like one site to another. You
Right.
know?
And it's not so much as the frequency, it's the 5G hardware that I've been
Yeah.
preaching about for years. It's called
Tell them about the MIMO,
multiple
Rick. Tell them about
user
the MIMO, dog.
massive MIMO. That is the key right now. If you have a 4x4 antenna up on 3.7, you know what the range would be? You would lucky to get a mile and a half out of it. That's how
Even
critical
with
it is.
all
Yep.
those watts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. And 64 by 64 is not good enough. We need 128 by 128.
That's the next step, Rick.
That is the next step.
That's the next step. And you
Yep.
know
In
what?
a
That's
couple
going
of
to help
years,
the
that's what's
uplink a
going to
lot.
start going up. Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that uplink is, and everybody's been asking for that. You know,
Yep.
like one of the things that I noticed, because I wanted to share my experiences. AT&T's 5G Plus, while it is incredible that it works from such range, when you
Right.
test at any type of range beyond, like, say, for example, a mile and a half, your uplink's down to single digit, like megabits per second. You're at like
Yep.
6, 8, 9 megabits. That won't get the job done.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
you got
like
the other thing too.
you're looking to retain at least, like, I mean, if your peak throughput's 100 megabits when you're like
Hmm.
within a mile, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't you like to see it hang around 40, 50 megabits from 2 miles?
Yep.
And
Yep. It's the
especially for
massive
Verizon who
MIMO.
wants to
That's
use
what
it
gets it
as,
to cell edge better. Yeah. And
and
then don't
Verizon
forget the
wants to
other
do
thing, the
like the
uplink
fixed
booster.
wireless access, Rick.
Remember Ericsson's uplink booster? And then I actually did 2 live streams on those 2 technologies for helping the upload.
Ericsson, Nokia's got something in the works for it too.
Yep. Nokia's got one.
It's
Yep.
it's a work in progress, man, and this is why a lot of people have said a
And
lot of the
lots of
promises
money.
we got about
Lots of
5G
money. Lots
hasn't
of
yet
money.
manifested itself.
And
Sure.
everybody's
Oh
bitching.
yeah.
They're raising prices. Yeah, well, guess what? You can't drive around a Mercedes unless you spend the money on it. Or a Volvisi, right?
Yeah,
You knew that was coming.
you wanna pay them Toyota Corolla numbers,
Yeah,
but drive a Benz,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
You
those are
gotta
some of
play
the
you gotta pay to play, just like phones. Oh,
sure.
I got this phone, I can't even get over 20 megabits per second. Well, what do you got? Oh, I got a Samsung S9. Oh, okay. Well, have fun with those speeds.
Man, you're back like 4 or 5 generations, dog.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you talk
And
about
that,
just the modem hardware,
yeah,
not even the fact that you're not getting app support, or OS support or anything like that, right?
yeah. Oh, I see somebody asking Zero Core a question about the 2.5 auction 108. I tell you what, if you for T-Mobile, people don't realize how critical this auction is. If they do not win this auction, it's game over for T-Mobile. Because I don't know if you know or not, SMT. Right now, you know why N41 sucks so bad?
Power levels.
Power levels. And the reuse of frequencies. They don't have enough frequencies. So they need those extra bandwidth and frequencies so they can boost up the power a little bit more, so they get more range out of the sites.
In in certain places, it's not really an issue, but in a place
Hmm.
like my market where their tower grid is very spaced out, they could use the power.
Yeah, but even still, it's
Got to have tower
the
density.
frequent. Yeah, the frequencies. You can't reuse the frequency. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
if you
gonna.
want to increase the power, you can't be no frequency to interfere with it. So the
There's
urban
it's not.
areas the urban areas are hitting them the hardest. Now in the rural areas, yeah, they can probably put the power up a little bit more.
Yeah,
So
for
that's why
sure.
people are seeing better range out in the rural areas. I mean, Zero Cool, yeah, he can confirm that right there. He's my
It's
buddy. He
crazy.
keeps me in
I
the loop
see.
all this. It's great having him as an asset, man. Because
Yeah,
he really teaches me a lot of good stuff.
I see incredible performance from N41 in like rural and these outreach areas. And I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah,
man, that is not my experience here. Like my experience here, Rick, is like a mile.
yeah, that's all it is down here too.
Yeah, it's about a mile. It's
It's
good. Like
crazy.
the downlink is good.
Yeah,
Like the downlink is good for that mile, but like the drop off after that
right.
mile point is
Yep.
fierce. You go from like 500 to like 200 and then it's gone and your uplink is gone. Like you're getting
Oh
single
yeah.
digit uplink. It's the same symptoms I'm seeing from the AT&T's 5G Plus.
Yep.
Verizon's ultra wideband is a little better on uplink than
Hmm.
AT&T's 5G Plus. I will say
Oh,
that it's a little
absolutely.
better. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Another thing too is I noticed that they're ripping down the Nokia gear. Either Nokia or Samsung is getting ripped down here in the Keys. The N41 stuff, and they're putting up Ericsson. Now
Well,
the
that's better.
the
That's
drone
better.
video I just did down there at Scout Key when we was doing our amateur radio convention practice session, whatever you call it. That tower I did down there, where they had the nice scenery down there at the beach. That T-Mobile that used to be a Sprint site. Actually, they ripped everything down, and they put up all new T-Mobile stuff up. And guess what radio they put up for the N41? Ericsson.
Yeah, so this oh, yeah, so they're calling this Project Excalibur where they rip out Nokia
Oh,
gear and
Excalibur! Wow.
they give it a fancy name, Rick.
Oh, of course they're gonna give a fancy name. Yeah,
I mean, it's like
yeah,
an
this,
internal name from what I understand. I hadn't heard
yeah.
of it until like I think Terrell was talking about it on Twitter, and
Oh, yeah,
they're good upgrades because the gear from Ericsson is better. I do believe that. I think Ericsson is the gold standard in 5G radios.
oh, yeah. There's
I
no
think
doubt
Nokia is
about that.
decent. I think Nokia is fine, but
Yeah.
the Ericsson I think is just superior.
Oh, yeah.
And then Samsung, I feel like the millimeter wave is pretty good, but their sub 6 is like hit and miss. I don't know.
Sub
I think they
seven.
got some faulty units. I think they've got some issues with the firmware. I mean, it's kind of messy with Samsung when it comes to
Hmm.
well, you call it sub 7.
Well, it's not me calling it. That's 3GPP saying that.
Oh, is that like updated terminology?
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay.
They had to
Okay.
because of N96 and N102.
6 gigahertz stuff
6
and
gigahertz for midband. You
yeah,
can't call that millimeter wave.
got to
It's
call
on
it sub
FR.
7.
It's
I was
it's
just
FR1.
Rick,
There's
I was
three
just looking
bands.
at
There's
a
FR1, which is sub 7, FR2, which is millimeter wave from 7 gigahertz all the way up to like 47, 49 gigahertz. And then now there's going to be a FR2 2, which is going to be above 50 gigahertz. That's all the new stuff. Yeah, remember the live stream I did on release 17, release 18? Yeah, I explained
Mhm.
all that in there. Yeah, exactly. There's still
Well,
people using sub 6 terminology. Yeah, because things are changing, Things are
yeah.
changing like crazy, know?
You got to stay up on the terminology, dude. The
Yeah. Yeah,
but
speaking of
when I look at the
terminology too, I saw
permits,
your Twitter post today too.
when I look at the permits, Rick, I
Yeah.
still see sub 6. Like
Hmm.
they're still using old terminology
Yep.
within the carriers themselves.
Yep.
Hey, I
Absolutely.
want to get
It takes a while to adapt. Yeah, go ahead with the super chat.
Yeah, let me do a shout out to the super chat here from Ohio Rail fan
That's a big one.
1517 Miller. Thank you for the super chat. He said supporting my all-time favorite YouTuber. I don't know about all
Wow.
time, man, but I'm glad to be in your top whatever, top 5, top 3.
Nice.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's really nice of you. Appreciate
Well,
it.
someday I might be a big YouTuber. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Verizon is the Apple of wireless. Maybe because the pricing. Maybe. Let's see here. What else we got in
More,
here? Early
more like
Nokia
caviar.
N41 panels were only capable of 40 megahertz of NR. Well, that's terrible. 40 megahertz, but you got over 160 megahertz of licenses. That ain't gonna cut it, dog. Fujitsu, nah. All right, what's up? Let's see here. What is this? Tech, Android, and iPhone. Sneed, what is your daily user phone? I love the Pixel experience. I have had better phones in the last year. My S21 Plus was better. My iPhones are generally better, but the software, the app experience, the camera, I love the Pixel 6 Pro. The only thing I will say is that it has some crazy heating moments where, like, legit, I'm like worried about the heat it produces. And then there are some tests that are challenging for the tensor chip. It is 100%
Hmm.
true. It is 100% fact. Qualcomm makes a better chipset. Qualcomm makes the best modems. That's the way you go if you're like going to be completely, spec focused. But for me, I have so many phones. I like the Pixel for everything else that it does. I kind of step away from hardware a little bit. I I like the experience of the Pixel phone. My least favorite phone is probably my iPhone. It's a nightmare. It gives me a hard time, dude. It heats up too. The battery life is suspect. It's not. Let me correct this. It's not a bad phone, but it's not what people say it is. How they say like it's the best phone in the world. It is clearly not.
Mm-hmm.
It is not. It is a fine phone. It has problems just like any other phone. It is not the perfect phone. Now, Apple with the whole ecosystem has a lot of people who like all those services and tools. I respect it. I get it. But it is the most problematic phone I've ever owned. Is by far my iPhone 12 Pro. I mean, the battery life went from like 100% health to like 84% health in like 8 months. Why?
Yeah.
I have 4 phones. How could that have happened to that one device?
Yep.
So it's been a bad experience for me. Again, I own 3 iPhones because of the channel and testing and all that. Everybody has iPhones, so they're like, "Yo, Sneed, test iPhones." I'm like, "All right, we'll get iPhones." So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
what I got. That's what I got. Oh, the pricing is what I was getting. I figured that much. Yeah, everybody makes that comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Totally get it. I know Rick's got an S22 Ultra. Rick, you enjoying that thing, bro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Man, that thing looks like a daggone stovetop. The back of that phone with those like
Stovetop.
heating elements.
Heating elements? What's heating element?
You ever seen an electric stove? How it's got the little circles?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah. Yeah. I love this phone. This thing is amazing. I thought the
Yeah, they're great.
S21 was great until I got this one, and then this one just blew it away. Of course, you know. Yep, I'm really enjoying this phone. I'm glad I got it. So I can't wait for the S23 next year. It's going to be big time upgrades. There's a lot of good stuff coming to that phone.
Yeah, I'm
And that
excited to
may,
get one of those as well.
and this phone has never overheated once for me. I've never had any issues, no bugs. My friend Chase up in Ohio, he sent his back.
What
It
which
kept
phone?
glitching. It kept S22 Ultra.
What'd they do?
I,
Send him
I
a new one?
no, he got an iPhone.
Oh
He
man.
got a refund. Yeah, he was having so much problems. He got rid of it. He gave it back to him. They refunded his money, sent it back. And it's crazy because I have zero problems. Now he ordered the sky blue like I did, right? Guess what they did? They sent him the burgundy color.
Ricky
Burgundy.
with the burgundy. Here we go, bro. The burgundy.
Burgundy. Yeah, exactly. So, well, if everybody else can say C-band, I can say burgundy. So there you go.
That's right.
But they sent him that phone, and I still think that the first wave of these phones in the main color, when they sent them out, I think there was issues, and then Samsung found the issues and improved it, and then when the next batch there's a revision. I think that's why I never have no problems because my S21 Ultra, you remember, it was a limited edition color too, and it took me 2 months to get my phone. This one, Sky Blue limited edition, took me 2 months to get this one. All the people that got the first original colors, like the first wave phones, had problems. Even that one Carlos got was having problems. He says it was overheating and all that. Mine doesn't overheat at all. I mean,
So you're
I
talking
can't.
about the first batches of the phones that were shipped out?
Yes. Yep.
So if you would have
And it
turned
happened
yours in
with a.
and
Yep.
if you would have returned yours and got new one, it probably would have been better.
Mine was fine. It was Chase's that was bad.
Hmm.
He got the first. He ordered the sky blue, but they accidentally sent him the burgundy color.
So what do you do?
Yeah.
Send back the burgundy and just get the iPhone?
Yeah, he just got a refund because his phone was overheating. It was glitching.
Not the right
It wasn't.
color.
Yep. They screwed him out on his color. He said the color's ugly. So, but he's got it. So he's got the iPhone 13 Pro Max now. So
I mean,
he's actually
the
happy with that.
Pro Max has a pretty crazy battery life. I
Yeah,
charge mine like
he gets 2 days. I get
yeah.
like 16, 18 hours out of mine, even with 6 hours screen time.
Yeah, it's
But I
pretty
go
good
in,
actually.
I have went into my phone and I tweak my phone so that it does only what I want it to do. So there's no point in it sitting there using battery for shit that I don't even use. So
Yeah.
That's the thing with the Samsungs. You really got to go out and customize your phone the way you're using it, and then you're going to get some good battery life. But if you leave some rogue app in the background that's constantly churning and churning and churning, and it's not doing nothing for you, yeah, it's going to make it heat up. It's going to make the battery run dead. So it's all about optimizing. It's just like T-Mobile. They throw up N70 or N41. They don't optimize it, and they just throw it out there, and then it works like crap. What good is it? You got to optimize it before you use it. So.
Big shout out to Mark. Welcome to the show. We got Jose in the house. Welcome
I
to
had
you
to
as
fill
well.
that jab in.
Yeah. Well, Rick, they just upgraded my home site, man.
I saw that post today. Yeah.
Well, no, T-Mobile upgraded my home site a week ago.
Yep.
It's been about a week, maybe a week and a half. I'm waiting. I said I was going to give them 2 weeks, and then I was going to evaluate the connection. I'm close, Rick.
Nice.
I'm like a mile away, dog, and that site is freaking
that's
tall.
pretty good.
So
Yeah.
it better be good. And I look, I understand it takes time, and they got to tune, and they got to adjust and make modifications and all that. So I'm giving them till July 10th, and I will make my final evaluation because the first day was promising. I was getting about 350 to 400 megabit down, but the latency was like 70, 80 milliseconds.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I didn't want to evaluate it, so early.
Now you're talking multi-mode here, right? You're talking testing it like you're testing home internet, right? You're not talking about single mode.
I mean, I test everything multi-mode.
That's another thing that everybody keeps arguing about with me too. I've discovered how the speed tests work, and the multi-mode is for testing your home ISP, where you have multiple people using your internet at the same time. So it simulates that with multiple streams. On your phone, you don't do that. It's just you on your phone. So they created the single mode so that it shows you one data stream on your phone. So that's more a realistic speed test. I don't know. There's lots of people that disagree with me on that,
but Rick, if I test it the same way every time, all carriers under the same conditions, does it even matter?
Well, I mean, it's going to still show. It still shows the performance, but it's just showing exaggerated speeds.
Yeah, but if I use every carrier the same way, I test Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile on multi-mode, then it makes no difference.
Well, it does, other than exaggerating speed, because it's showing more speed than what the towers are really putting out.
Right.
These towers are not putting out 500-600 megabits down. They're not putting that out.
But the speeds are a proxy of available capacity. So we're testing it comparatively, but amongst the three carriers.
Yeah, if you test multi-mode on all four carriers, that shows you the difference between all four modes, but it still shows inflated speeds across them all. Yeah, because I actually went to Ookla's site and I actually looked in there, and I was actually I was still unclear what's the difference between single and multi. So I kind of did a deep dive on it, and that's what I discovered. It clearly says in there that multiple mode is used for like your home internet or business internet, so you could test, like a bunch of people using it at the same time. So
Rick, day one, I was getting like 350 to 400 down.
Okay.
And 10 to 15 up.
Right.
So like I'm okay with that because they just turned it on. So the latency was high. We're going to wait for that to kind of, get better. And then it was working in the lower level, the 5G UC, the N41.
Right.
It's not anymore. So I'm looking to see if maybe that can get back in there, because I'd like to be on their capacity channel throughout my house, considering I'm under a mile away. Right? So, dude, I don't know. We'll see. The same site is getting an AT&T upgrade today.
Yeah.
AT&T is up there. I talked to the guy who's doing the upgrades, literally the owner of the business.
Oh, wow.
The name of the company is called Fordcom. The guy's last name is Ford, and they do all the installations. They do work for AT&T. They do work for T-Mobile. I think he said he works for Verizon too. He said he did some dish installs, and he works out of the area. He said he does most of the stuff. They do CRAN. They do macros.
That's kind of rare to have a company that does that like that, because normally it's like one contractor specify. They do one. They do one thing.
You know what's happened, Rick, is the demand is so freaking high.
That's right.
They're
5G
literally throwing the
explosion.
work at them, and they're like, "Can you do this?" And companies are like,
Yeah.
"Sure, yeah, we got crew, and we got gear, and we got trucks, and we'll
Yeah.
order the lift, and we'll get the crane, and they get up there, bro."
Yeah, we're actually seeing history being made right now. There has never, ever in the wireless tech industry been such a massive deployment of technology out on the sites. I mean, we're talking about 50, 60, 70,000 sites per company. I mean, you think about it, if they
Yeah,
want
you're
to
right,
do
Rick.
1,000 sites a month and you got 50 states and you got all these different counties, you got to get more people. So there's actually probably been like numerous of new companies being put together just to go
Most
out
of
there
the
and do these
companies,
upgrades.
most of the companies that I'm seeing, they're telling me they just keep hiring. They keep
Yeah,
expanding their crews,
I see
and then
ads all the time down here in South Florida on Indeed.
they're buying trucks, and they're buying
Yep,
gear, and they're sending out
yep,
crews. Like they put 5 guys on this site, they put 5 guys on
yep,
another site. They'll have 10 projects ongoing at any given moment,
yeah.
and that's in one city, and
That's
that's
true.
just one crew. Like that's just one
Yeah,
company. The last
yeah.
company I think was Axiom that did the
Oh
T-Mobile
yeah, I've heard
upgrade.
of them too. Yeah.
Okay, so Axiom, they beat AT&T literally by 2 hours. Like they had just
Wow.
connected all their gear, and they're like, "Sorry, AT&T, you got to go." AT&T's like, "All right, we'll come back." So they sent these guys. Bro, I'm so happy.
Wow.
That permit was only valid until November.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they had to get back soon, right?
Yeah.
And they came back in 2 weeks, bro, and here they are. And
Mhm.
Rick, I swear to you, I kid you not, the T-Mobile upgrade was fast. It took a week. These guys are done in 3 days.
Yep.
Like he told me they got on site, they were off Monday for the holiday. They took Tuesday off to prepare for the upgrade. And he's
Wow.
like, we'll be done Friday. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And when I looked up at the tower site, one sector was done, one sector was started, and the other sector was like 2/3 of the way done.
Mhm.
They're gonna be done
Wow.
tomorrow. And then all they have to
Wow.
do is all the cabinet stuff, all the stuff on the ground level.
Yep.
I think he was telling me they got to do like the fiber trunks tomorrow. They got to finish up a couple of antennas and radios. He told me
Right.
all the details, every frequency, every radio, every antenna. He showed me all the like the battery power. He showed me the generator. He let me into the
Yep.
cabinet. You just got to put on a hard hat, bro. They
Wow.
let
Yep.
you in. They let you see
Yeah.
every.
Yeah. Yeah. If you do the safety rules, yeah, they'll put you there. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
no
was
secret
so nice.
there.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
I the same
Some of
thing I
these
did for
companies
the
out
guy.
there that's doing upgrades are really good. These guys are like they've been doing it for 15, 20 years, and they know their shit backwards and forwards.
Yeah, he was telling me he's had the company for 15 years and he's been working on towers for like 23 years or
Oh
something.
my god, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
so that upgrade is going to be finished in a couple of days, and then I'm expecting it to be on within a week because all the other sites that I've been tracking, they were all live within
Yep.
a week.
Oh, that's
Um
amazing.
there's something that I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
AT&T and Verizon are both upgrading at a crazy fast pace in my
Crazy
city.
fast. Crazy
Crazy
fast
fast.
here. Down here, crazy
T-Mobile
fast.
has outside of my home tower site, things have been pretty stale for T-Mobile because I feel like they've probably upgraded enough for their liking. So they're probably like, all right, let's pump the brakes
Well,
on the spending in
for the
this market,
for the
right?
piggy bank, anyways.
It's expensive, Rick. You know the money is the
Yeah,
money, bro.
I know, I
All
know.
right. So I think they
Well,
put a couple of things on the back burner. I think we're going to
yep,
see like an explosion from them next year in places that
yep.
haven't gotten much, love.
I
So there'll be
agree.
more of that next year. But this year will
Yep.
be Verizon and AT&T's year,
Oh yeah,
right?
it's their year to shine. Absolutely.
Now here's what I'm noticing. Verizon hasn't upgraded certain towers in so long. There is so much to do.
Yep.
There's like one of the things I'm noticing is transport. Verizon's waiting on that because they're not the
Yep.
fiber company, right?
Yep.
Item number 2, Verizon is converting Nokia gear to Samsung gear.
Yep.
That's another complication that the engineering and the technicians
Yep.
have to deal
Big
with.
time complication.
And then the other side to this is Samsung. There have
Mm-hmm.
been faulty radios. I've looked up at these sites, Rick, and there's freaking cables dangling. They're not connected. And I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, what's the holdup? That CBRS antenna and radio, it's been 3 months. Why is it not connected? Failed radios, man.
Yep.
Nokia is not failing on AT&T.
Mm-mm.
So So these crews for AT&T are putting up gear and they leave. They're done. There's no issues. Verizon is dealing with more obstacles, and even though
Yep.
Verizon is upgrading faster, they're having
Yep.
more they're having more
Yep.
roadblocks.
Yeah. There's
So
going to be growing pains.
AT&T,
Yeah, that's true.
AT,
Yeah.
like if T-Mobile's here, right?
Yep.
Verizon's like here,
Yeah.
and AT&T was here. Now AT&T's like right here with Verizon. It's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Absolutely.
and I always
And
like
so
tweet
much
out
for
I
their
always
one.
tweet out the upgrades, Rick, and I tweet out the pictures,
Yeah.
and I just say things like it's good to be here. Like my market's phenomenal. I'm just happy
Right.
to be here, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. The upgrades is just it's crazy. I've been watching
And
stuff down here like crazy. Just like when I went down there to the lower keys and I was driving down there, and all of a sudden I seen 5G plus, and these sites that I thought were Verizon. Because remember a while back I said I found a site in Layton that has Verizon coming on it, and then one in Big Pine Key. I saw three sites, but every time I drove by, I had my phone on Verizon trying to see if the ultra wideband's on, right? And I could. It's like, well, Verizon, what's taking you so long to turn the site on? You put it up 3 months ago. All along, it was AT&T to put it up there because I didn't expect AT&T to come down to the key so quick.
why didn't
So,
well, Rick, you got to start learning that gear. Those antennas and radios are noticeably different.
well, no, they're all Ericsson. They're all the same panels.
Oh,
Verizon and
well,
AT&T, you're both using the same exact panel. So when I
yeah,
looked
but
up,
not
oh, it was
the
Ericsson.
yeah, but not the low band and stuff like that. So you could tell the rack is going to be different.
Oh, well, yeah, the rack, yeah. But I wasn't really paying attention. I'm just looking for the N77.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I see what you're
I did
saying.
until I flew the drone and come to find out the one site that I thought was Verizon. When I flew the drone up there, I got to look and I was like, oh shit, that's AT&T on top.
So
And
here's
Verizon's
how I
behind it.
tell them apart, Rick.
I mean, I'm
If you
still
go up
learning. I mean, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm still learning
Yeah, but
these
when you
types
send up the
myself.
drone, when you send
Yep.
up the drone and you see like say for example a very upgraded or modernized AT&T LTE site, they
Yep.
use tri-band low band.
Yep.
It's two types of 700 and then no, it's
Yep.
three types of 700. It's band 29, it's band
Yep.
14 and it's band 12.
That's right.
It's freaking crazy and it's a
Yep.
huge antenna panel, right? It's got
Yep.
like
Huge antenna. Yep.
and then the
Yeah, I
other
want to give a shout out too on the people on Twitter because there's several people on Twitter that's very knowledgeable about these sites and stuff, and they actually work on the sites and that. And they've actually corrected me when I'm wrong because I'm not right 100% of the time. I make mistakes too. I'm still learning. I don't know everything.
I make
And
mistakes all
so
the time, Rick. Oh yeah.
and so I want to thank them guys for pointing out things that's helped me, get better identified. Now that I'm flying a drone out these sites and stuff, it's really helped out. And one thing I was thinking about, because once I get my computer and everything, I am thinking about, trying to get my weekly live stream back going again. And if there's anybody out there that works around this stuff every day, I'm thinking about like having them as guests, like kind of like Zero Cool. It's nice. Well, if I could get a whole live stream with 4 or 5 different engineers from all different, I know they got to be careful what they say, and yeah, we got to worry about that. But still, they can still teach us stuff, and we can pull up pictures and show people, and that's what I like to really do with my channel. I would like to really hit really hard on that, and just help people identify equipment out there and who's on what. Because I keep getting asked that all the time. Hey, Ricky, won't you teach us how to tell what's on a tower rack and who makes this antenna, who makes this radio, who makes this? But see, it's going to be hard for me to do that because I don't know all that. You know, I know a little bit about tech. It makes me dangerous sometimes, but I don't know everything. And I'm not an engineer. I have never worked in the industry. I've just only learned all this stuff from other people. So that's what I've done. So if there's anybody out there that's interested in, weekly live stream, engineers, AT&T, Verizon, we got Zero Cool. So, but anybody else, I mean, maybe that's what can spark my channel back because I noticed my views have been down, my watch time's down and everything. I know it's summertime, people get busy in life and they can't watch live streams and stuff. So Where it's I'm sure you notice your numbers drop too during the summer too as well.
Yeah, they do.
So
Yeah.
when winter comes, then everybody up north they go inside and they watch YouTube. But in the summertime they do stuff outside in the evenings and so all that. But so if I do bring my weekly streams again, of course, we're going to need some more commitment for memberships and donations and stuff because, I mean, as you know yourself, it's expensive to run a YouTube channel. Everybody doesn't realize how much it costs, because you got to pay, you got to upgrade your internet, you got to get a nice computer, you got to get a nice microphone, camera, then you got to pay for StreamYard or whatever platform you're streaming with. So that's all expensive. So if just people would just, could donate at least like 99 cents a month, once you get like 1,000 people, man, that would really fund your channel really good and everything. So, and with me being a
Rick,
small channel, it's tough. You're a big YouTuber, so you got the cash rolling in. So
Rick, I think I mean, if I look back at my expenditure, I mean, just in
yeah,
service,
yep,
just in service,
yep,
right? For like usage, I'm over $300 a month just in lines,
hmm
right? That's just
yeah,
service for testing,
yep. And
and
me, I only
then
have one phone to test. That's why I really don't do much speed testing because I have one phone. I don't have
yeah,
multiple.
see, I have what do I got? I got 3 iPhones. I have the
Yeah,
Pixel.
you're never
I
gonna
had
catch up
the
to Carlos,
S21
man.
Plus. What's that?
You're never gonna catch up to Carlos.
Yeah, I mean, but I
He's
still
got a
spent
bag of phones.
thousands.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
No,
Yeah,
it's
these plans,
thousands of dollars.
and you can't get the cheapy plan because when you're doing multi speed tests and multi mode, it uses a half a gig per test. So you got to have
Nah,
unlimited.
you got to have
It's
the
nothing to
top of the
go through
line,
like 100 gigabytes a month in data. Just speed
dude.
testing.
One
Ask
one
Carlos;
ultra
he'll tell
wideband
you.
test is like 2 gigs, Rick.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that millimeter wave is like feeding
It's
the
like
cash
10 gigs.
cow. That's right.
Yeah, man.
Hungry.
And plus, yeah, I mean, we got fiber now. I upgraded my computer. I bought an interface. I bought mics.
Yep.
But everything that I've spent on is worth the investment. It's made the channel
Oh,
better.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
So
look how
that's how
far
you
I've
look at
come
it.
in a year. Look how far I've come. Remember when I first
Yeah.
started? I
Humble
The
beginnings,
camera
man.
sucked, the audio sucked. I didn't have a green screen. I'm trying to make improvements.
Yeah. Well, once you
I
get
just sunk
your
2K in this computer. 2K.
that's easy
Yeah,
to spend 2,000. It's easy
yeah.
to spend 2,000 on a computer. A good one.
This laptop is 7 years old. It's time to retire. I've
Sure.
burned this thing up, man. I've just wore it out.
Hey, it was a utility. It was a good utilitarian device
Yeah.
that helped you get your channel going.
Yep. I ran out of hard drive space with the drone
Oh, you
videos.
filled it up. Yeah.
It killed me. I just bought a 1 terabyte external drive because I can't use my new computer yet because I'm waiting on the graphics card. So I got an external drive right here. It's a 1 terabyte I got for $50, and I got
Yeah,
that and I
that's a good deal.
transferred as much stuff as I can off my laptop onto there so I can do this stream with you tonight because I've been having blue screen problems because when your hard drive fills up, it just can't run because you got to have a buffer zone of free space. Otherwise, your shit's going to crash.
That's right.
So,
What's up,
so that
Mike? What up, RF Waves? What is going on, gents? David
yes,
says, yeah, let's do a crash course on identifying panels.
yeah,
I'll tell you what, if and here's something that I've mentioned to people in the past.
mm-hmm.
I've had, subscribers, viewers of the channel, they're like, Sneed, explain this to me,
Yeah,
how do you learn this? How do you learn that? I keep reading, I keep
right.
looking.
I mean, you're just
You're
like me. You're not in
well,
the industry. You're just learning.
not at all. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now here's
yeah,
here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. You have to ask the right questions to the right people to get the
right.
answers you're looking for.
Yeah,
You're never going to know everything. But if you know the right
exactly.
questions and you know the right people to ask, you will get incredible answers.
Yes. And over time, you'll get more knowledgeable and everything. So yes,
Yeah, and
that's
then
what.
what ends up happening is you've seen so many different things, it becomes second nature. So
Right,
now I can look up at these radios, I can look up at these
right.
antennas, and I know right away who it
Oh,
is.
looky, there's a skunk ape. That's on T-Mobile site.
Like now, I can see it from a mile away, dude. I know when Dish
Right.
is up.
Yep.
I know where AT&T is, and then
Yep.
you learn your market because your market has
That's true.
specific vendors for each carrier, and you know where the towers are, and you know when there's a crew there, and you
Yep.
test, and you're like, oh, those speeds look incredibly fast, and that's not usual here.
Yeah.
Then you know
Yeah.
an
You know
upgrade
they did
happened,
something.
right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Crash Course Cell Tower Edition.
Yeah.
That's what EM Tech is saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a poll. Maybe we should put a poll up there and say, hey, would anybody be interested in that kind of thing on my channel? So you know.
What do you got? You got a community tab, Rick?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I could post
Yeah.
on mine. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I just
you
thought
would be
maybe here in
doing.
the live stream.
Oh, you would be doing it though, right? You're not asking
Yeah,
me if
that's
I
what I
would
was
do it.
thinking. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. Since
I was
I've
gonna
already
say,
had a lot
man,
of
I don't want to
people.
do more stuff than I'm already doing, bro. I
Yeah, I
got a
know
lot.
you're a big YouTuber. Yeah, you can't take more on your plate.
Stop it, Rick. Yo,
Your
Rick,
your
how many times are you gonna say
your
it, bro?
plate's gonna tilt over, and then all your food's gonna go down. Your spaghetti's gonna run down your leg.
Terrible.
Terrible. Yeah, I have to look up that first live stream that I actually found the live stream on your channel. I went back and looked, and I actually found the live stream that I came on your channel for the very first time, and I watched it. It was pretty crazy.
I remember, one of the live streams that sticks out in my memory was when Carlos went and bought all those 5G phones from T-Mobile. The
Oh
one day
yeah,
when 5G came out, and I remember like the phones were heating up and they were
yeah.
failing.
He starts smashing them.
And then he went to the T-Mobile store and bitched them out.
I remember when he burned up shit in his yard, all the merch and stuff. He just lit
Yeah,
up
I
a fire
remember
in his
that too.
yard.
Yeah,
I
yeah, we've
remember when
done
he
some
blew
crazy,
coke out his nose too. Remember that?
yeah, some
I
crazy
said
stuff on those
something,
live
and
streams.
then Carlos blew Coke or Pepsi right out of his nose. It was
Yo,
crazy.
EM Tech, my wife is not a fan of this. I'll be like,
Oh,
yo, babe, check out that.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
She's like,
It's
what
no
the?
different than driving around and say, "Hey, look at that Porsche. Oh, look at that Ferrari. Oh, look at that Geo Metro." It's the
Yeah,
same thing.
exactly. Geo Metro. All right. Oh, jeez. Let's see here.
Fun
Steven
time.
says, in South Florida, guys, AT&T uses Ericsson.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, I think
That's
everybody
what.
uses Ericsson in Florida.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I
The
know T-Mobile's ripping some stuff down though. The old Nokia or Samsung, whichever they use. I know they're ripping that crap down. It's garbage.
yeah, the millimeter wave Nokia is gone for Verizon here. It got replaced with Samsung. All the sub 7 gigahertz, that's all Samsung here for Verizon. AT&T is using Nokia. I don't know, man. We'll see how it plays out. I've tested some really, really good Verizon stuff. I've
Mm-hmm.
tested some bad Verizon stuff. I've tested really, really good AT&T 5G Plus. I've seen some crappy stuff too.
Oh yeah.
It's all site dependent. I mean,
Oh yeah.
people say the carriers are market dependent. I'm saying that they're site dependent. Like it's
Yes.
even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Up in Miami, I've seen some really crazy stuff up there in Miami. I mean, I've seen some 4-sector sites and everything. It's crazy. It's called densify, man. See, AT&T can do that because they have so many frequency bands, so they can reuse their stuff over and over. So
Big
there's
shout out to
Jason.
Jason. Thanks for the
Yeah,
super chat. He said, "Do you
he's one
know
of my
what T-Mobile
members
used
on my
in New
channel.
England?"
Yeah,
I don't know actually.
no, it's
I'm
hard to
not
keep up
sure.
with the whole country.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're using, but
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
it
and also
depends
want to.
on state. Actually, New
Oh yeah,
England's that's several states, bro.
for sure.
Yeah, but thanks for the super chat, bud. Appreciate all the support and all that you do to
Yeah,
support us here on the channel.
yeah,
Thank
same
you.
here. I want to thank all my members, my three members on my channel, and the people donating on my channel. So I sure appreciate that. And then hopefully once I get this computer back up and running, well, not back up, get it running in the first place. So once we get this thing going and all that, now I'm gonna try to do weekly live stream again every Wednesday night. So maybe we'll do some of these new topics. And so anybody out there that's an engineer, you work on these sites, you do the upgrades, send me a DM on Twitter and we'll put you on the list, and I'll start paying for StreamYard again. We can have 10 people on there. We can just have a party. We can put a picture up and say, hey, let's identify this site. Who's on top? Who's that? What's this
So,
antenna? What's this? And what's that? And just have a party.
I thought about something, and I feel really, really positive towards it. Like, I think this could be actually pretty nice. I was thinking about doing a Sunday live stream every Sunday
Mm-hmm.
where I just choose a moderator. So,
Yep.
like, let's say, for example, maybe like Cesar Gonzalez or, Brandon F. or, one of the homies, the close ones, right? That have been riding for a long time. They've been moderators. Like, they know the channel, they know the community.
Right.
They've arranged like Twitter spaces and stuff. So, like, I trust them. I was
Yep.
thinking about doing a Sunday community stream where basically I can have those moderators just run the show. They can field questions, they can discuss
Oh,
topics of
wow.
the
Yeah.
day. And it's just 1 hour every Sunday evening from like 8 to 9 p.m. Right?
Wow.
Every
That's
Sunday.
a
Because
great
I do
idea.
my podcast every Friday, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes we get one in early in the week, and like live
Right.
streaming like 3 days a week it's kind of rough, dude.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's tiring,
I totally understand. I mean, look at you. I mean, you work full time just like I do,
right?
and you work in your bakery. You got to get
Hmm.
2 jobs, and you're doing all this, and you crank out the videos, dude. I mean, you're a big
There's
YouTuber. You're cranking
I
that
I
shit out.
hashtag big YouTuber is
Yeah, that's
that's
it.
the hashtag.
Hashtag.
Jeez,
Right.
Ricky. Yeah,
You won't be able to fit through the door soon.
I will say though, I do enjoy making the content. I do like
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you can
I
tell.
like
It
being
shows.
I
It
like
shows.
being really.
On the
Yeah,
other end, as a viewer, it shows. Trust me.
yeah. Yeah,
People
I
know
think when something is
when you're full
real,
of
yeah.
crap or you're serious, and they can tell if you like doing it or you're doing it just because I want to make money. You can tell.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing that so I'll continue to just do my normal workflow. I'll continue to, make the videos, but like adding that community element I think would be kind of nice.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. And I think
Yeah.
the viewers are ready for something, different and everything. You can't do the same boring stuff every day. That's one thing as a creator. You always got to come up with ways to capture the attention of everybody and keep them tuned in, because if they get bored, they're gone. See you later. Bye bye. They're going to go watch other big tubers.
You're gonna
So
play a big tuba. That's what it's gonna
yeah,
be.
that's right. So yeah, the key is have interesting topics. The second thing is having fun. And then third thing is letting the viewers be active with your stuff, not be a one-way thing. And you guess who's taught me those three things? You did, Mr. Big YouTuber. That's
Me.
right. You.
I mean, I think if you're going to capture someone's attention and then hold it and
Right.
keep it, you got to do those things. Some
Absolutely.
some of the things that I think have helped my channel a lot has been consistency,
Mm-hmm.
collaborations,
Yep.
and a focus on content.
Absolutely.
Like you know, the, all types of things can happen in this world, and the
Yep.
algorithm can become your enemy, and things can break down, and things can change, and all types of wrenches get thrown into the woodwork. All
Yep.
you can do as a creator is just try to make good content and then try to continue to improve. You live with the results if you do your best. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you sell yourself short, you start
Yep.
making crap content, you start lagging, your
Yep.
uploads start to like get reduced in frequency, the
Yeah.
quality starts to
Look
be
what
like,
happened to me
eh.
with Comcast. The
Well,
Well, at least
like,
they.
okay, so like, well, like Rick, in your case, so that has happened, right? Well,
Yeah.
now you're gonna get your computer going. Now
Yep.
you got the Verizon home internet now, right?
Well, yeah. Well, Comcast came out. They found a connector that was improperly installed going into my modem. So the connector was bad. There was a short in there, so it was creating noise on the line. So he fixed that, and then the drop line coming from the main line to my place here was bad. So they replaced that line. It's better than it was before, but my speeds have not increased. So paying for 1.2. When they first did this, the speed went up a little bit. Now they dropped back to 5 to 600. It's almost like Comcast doing it on purpose. Comcast are throttling me. There's no doubt in my mind that they're throttling me. And it's crazy because when I had my Verizon home internet on LTE hooked up to my router, to my security camera. It ran for 4 days. There was not one time I had a drop packet or a buffered stream or anything. It ran 4 days continuously. I mean, I could go back and scroll through and look through there consistently, and it was smooth all the way through there.
Nice.
No problem at all. Comcast, even after they made their repairs, I'm still getting 5 drops a day and 15, 20 buffers a day. So my quality of my Comcast is still not up even after they fixed it. So right now I'm running Speedify, which I got to pay for, of course, Speedify. So I got the Comcast on one side, and like I'm looking on here right now, and then the Verizon is through the Wi. I'm using the Wi-Fi part of the Verizon box to my laptop. So I got both going, and I'm looking here at the stats right now. I've already been saved from 34 dropped streams. So I would have lost connection on this live stream 34 times if it wasn't for the Verizon backup. So there you go. Now, if I would have had T-Mobile Home Internet, it would be a double whammy. I would have 2 dropping. They would take turns dropping connections. Well, first, I don't have no signal in here for T-Mobile. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's pretty amazing that Speedify actually helps stabilize your stream still. If it wasn't for that right now, I'd be in trouble. Because I'm looking at the graph right now. It just seems like I don't know how long time this is, but it looks like every 5 minutes, Verizon's saving me from dropping.
Yeah, I would just use it as a primary.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big cable, man. It's very much hit or miss.
I'm actually thinking about I'm going to cancel Comcast. I'm just going to cancel them because I'm not.
I'm not paying
$100 for crap. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, I would cancel it, and I would go with the reliable provider, which in this case is Verizon. Hey, if you guys could go ahead and vote in tonight's poll. There was a comment that the only thing holding me back on my channel is not having a professional grade camera. I want to know if that's true. And since you guys consume my content, go ahead and vote. Yes, a professional grade camera is needed.
I'm looking at you right now, and you looks like you got 720p going on.
Well, whatever StreamYard is, I don't know.
That's what StreamYard's broadcasting in. So what good is it to get a 4K camera if we're going to see a 720 picture?
Well, Rick, I record all my video in 4K. Like when I do all my speed testing and stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was talking about live stream.
Yeah, live streaming, it's like StreamYard 720p. Restream
everybody limits you. Yeah, the bandwidth. And everybody says we don't need 5G.
We definitely do.
Or fiber. As long as you have cable companies, we need fiber.
Yeah, well.
Looks like fixed wireless access is going to actually smash cable.
Yesterday when we did the Patreon exclusive live stream, me and Dennis and Pete, and I think it was Alexis, we were all talking, and, Dennis was going in on cable, and it loves his good cable. Now, good cable is good cable, right? But when it's bad, it's the worst. You know what I mean?
Just like pie. Good pie is good, but if you get a rotten pie, it's no good.
Yeah, it's facts, bro. And, I asked the question, what are you more excited about? mmWave home internet or coax?
Millimeter wave, baby.
Everybody said mmWave. And the one thing that stuck out to me, Rick, is people are excited about that new technology.
Absolutely.
And it's literally, quite literally, it is wireless fiber.
It is.
Right? They're putting multi-gig circuit fiber to these nodes, and they're beaming over a signal to your house.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'll take it. Yep. I'll take that over coax because coax can't give me that uplink right now.
That's true.
I might get 200-300 megabits on a mmWave uplink today.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the biggest problem with the cable is just old infrastructure and just it's overused and oversold. It's just, there's too many people. I mean, you're talking about people using terabytes of data a month at your house.
Yeah, actually, I was looking at some data. I don't know if it was Ericsson or some other company. They said the number of super users, the super power user, so like 2 terabytes or more, that number has gone up over 20% in the last year.
Oh, yeah.
So there's more of that super power user. And then the number of people using a gig or more, that's like that's gone from like 40% of user base to like
Mhm.
80% or something. I don't know what the
Yeah.
number. I know
So
it
do you know?
was over 500 gigs. That's what it was.
Yeah. So do you know what the biggest thing that's increasing home internet use?
Yeah, it's video. It's streaming
Video.
video. It's
Security
yeah.
cameras. Security
Oh,
cameras. And
security
people
camera.
are upgrading. They used to have 720p. Now they get 1080p. And now
Yeah.
they got 4K cameras coming out now. And them things can churn through a lot of data. I mean, think about 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs and each camera can burn through 3 gigs a day. So you do 3 gigs a day times 5 cameras, that's 15 gigs a day times 30 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my brother just upgraded all his cameras. I mean, he went high res.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like the bandwidth demand is
Yep.
way higher than it was before. In fact, he
Absolutely.
told me he actually disconnected one of the devices that he was previously using. He's like, "Man, it's kind of choking down my video because
Yep.
it does uplink and downlink
Yeah,
simultaneously."
that's why uplink is so critical right now for the cable
Yeah.
companies to do, because the cameras are uploading data to the servers. The download's fine, but the upload is what's choking. So that's why they have to do this new DOCSIS crap and get it.
Fiber, man.
Yeah, that's what we need. More fiber out there. Yeah, the skunk apes love fiber. So if they love it, then that's why we need to love it.
All right, guys, go ahead and finish up your votes, please. If you want to vote in tonight's poll, let's get it wrapped up here in the next
Cast
60
your
seconds.
votes. Yeah.
Does the channel need a pro grade camera? I do record in 4K whenever I do all my field testing. I mean,
Sounds like pro grade to me.
but let me know if you guys think it'd be better if I just,
I don't have no pro grade cat. I'm still running the Nexi Go Chinese cheap garbage 1080p 60. That's what I'm running.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
not a big YouTuber. I can't afford a big camera yet, so maybe one day.
I just don't know if that's what's holding my channel back. I don't really think my channel's being held back.
No, your channel's growing like crazy. You're
Yeah.
doing good. You're a big YouTuber. You're cranking this stuff out.
I'm not saying that I'm not always looking to improve, but I'm just
Yeah.
how like what's going to happen to my content if I'm going to
Yep.
spend that $1,000 to get another camera? Is it going to give me that much better video than what I'm producing now?
I don't think it is.
I have to look at that as like a cost to return analysis. Like I'm going to spend X amount of dollars and I'm going to get Y amount of return.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what the poll says.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I've been using my Pixel for my photos that I use in my videos when I'm showing all the radio and antenna gear.
Mm-hmm.
And those pictures come out phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I was discussing this with the photography teacher at my school, my coworker.
Yeah.
And
My camera does need help.
He told me, the teacher at my school, like a cohort, he told me that my Google Pixel camera is 100 times better than the cameras that they use at school for professional photography.
Yeah.
And he says it's because of the zoom. Like you look at, he's like, you got this great telephoto feature. Our cameras can't do that. And I'm trying to get a photo of a freaking tower site that's 200 feet tall and I'm 1,000 feet away from it.
Yep. That's where this comes in handy right here.
You know what, Rick? That would be the only thing that would be better would be an Ultra.
Yeah.
Because the iPhone's not very good for those types of photos, by the way.
Yeah.
I tried.
The
iPhone.
The 100 times zoom is digital. Digital zoom is garbage, actually. With the AI, it makes it a little bit better, but the optical zoom is where your magic is. So the optical zoom is where you go. And this has got a 10 times optical. So this thing has good resolution at 10 times. And you go from 0 to 10 times, that's pretty good zoom in.
Well, there's electronic zoom, like the stuff like software, right?
Yeah, that's the digital zoom.
Right, there's the digitals, and then there's the actual optical
zoom is the actual camera, right? Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you know how Samsung did it, right? This bottom one here is the actual telephoto. On a camera, most time, you know how when like the camera like goes out and in, the actual lens goes out and in. Well, you can't do that on a cell phone because they're trying to keep it flat. But what they did on this is they put the telephoto goes in and out here on the side inside your phone, and there's a mirror on there. So what it does is it shoots the mirror over, and then it shoots it out. So that's how they're getting the zoom. It moves inside the phone sideways, and then it uses a mirror to shoot out the lens. That's how Samsung did the 10 times optical zoom.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, some of the shots I see on
Yeah.
Twitter are pretty impressive,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
I mean, I
yeah.
remember some of those shots you took of like the sunsets, and oh my goodness,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
phenomenal pictures.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then you were talking about maybe leaving, making a move. I mean, come on, Rick, you're going to be leaving that paradise, bro.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes you got to go where the money is, you know?
Yeah, I can't
Well,
blame
if
you,
you can
bro.
find, if you, in this time and day right now, if you can find a job that's $30 an hour, you'd be stupid not to jump on it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So that's the thing, because things are getting tough out there, man. Choking us down. So I feel sorry for
Aiden says
everybody
it's
out there.
called a periscope lens.
Yeah.
Got to know
Periscope
the
lens.
terminology,
Yep.
man. Periscope. All right.
That's it. Periscope.
So when I was a kid, one of the features that I asked my dad for, like when we were car shopping, right? I was like, Pop,
Yep.
here's what I want. These are the kind of things, the features. And I called the I called the steering. The steering wheels can go up and down. To adjust it.
Telescopic steering wheel.
I
Yeah.
wanted the motorized version where they move in and out like a telescope, right?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know what. And
Yeah.
I told my dad. He's like, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. So like he
Yeah.
showed me my uncle's Lincoln, and it had the
Yeah.
steering wheel that went in.
Well, what about your Volvese? Does it have the pedals that
Bro,
move in and out?
that thing's a bucket, bro. Let's not talk about the Volvese, all right?
Oh, that's crazy.
I'll tell you what, Rick. My wife's got nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yasmin's got nice stuff.
Oh yeah. Well.
I keep everything, like when it comes to me, I'm just a regular dude, bro. I invest heavily into like things that pay out in the future.
Right.
I don't invest in things that are useless and
You turn
throwaway
on
and
investment.
disposable. Yeah, bro. I'm serious about mine, bro. Yeah, but Rick, you were talking about the channel that could be expensive to invest in. If you've got projects that you're working on, if you've got collections, those can be expensive. Some people collect some people collect cars, bro, antiques.
Yeah.
That stuff. Some people collect watches.
Yeah.
Like I've got a Movado that's pretty nice. It was like my graduation gift in high school.
Yeah.
But like I'm not collecting watches. Those timepieces are thousands of dollars, man. Come on, are you serious? I'm not gonna sell my watches to buy a house. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's crazy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Straight up, man. Actually, you know what I wish I did have? I kind of wish I had an electric scooter, man.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I would get like a 20, 30 mile range. I'd be cold chilling, bro.
Latrell has one. Oh, Latrell. You know who Latrell is, right?
Yeah.
Latrell bought one. $1,500. He bought one. He actually did a YouTube video riding. He did live stream. He was a live stream. He put his GoPro on his head and he was going down through there and he's zipping around at 40 miles an hour. And I was like, damn, that thing's fast.
I'll tell you what, 40 is pretty good because that means you could hit the streets, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the cops ain't going to be happy, but
almost as fast as my drone. My drone goes 46 miles an hour. So
yeah, my brother's got a Phantom. What is it? The Phantom 3?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, he loves his drones. He's got a couple of them.
Yeah. So what do you think of the past few drone videos I've did lately? What do you think of those?
They're getting better and better, Rick. The video footage gets better.
Yeah.
Your editing is getting better. I mean, I've literally compared to the first one, if you track each upload, they've improved every single step, which is good. I tell people all the time, man, some of the most important things in this world, what you want to see happen is improvement. Right? Being stuck, doing the same old thing that's not good to begin with. You got to get better with time. Go watch my first YouTube video.
And watch my first one.
Go watch my 100th video.
Yeah, exactly.
Go watch my 200. Go watch my 1,000.
I haven't made it to a hundo yet. So I'm just a baby.
But you get what I'm saying, Rick? Like,
yeah, dude.
I'm gonna strangle you, Ricky. I'm literally gonna strangle you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Crazy.
mean, first live stream, 100th live stream.
Oh yeah.
Like there should be growth. Things should be getting better.
Yep.
Shit, if you're not getting better, bro, you might as well quit. I mean, if you're not working to improve and do
Absolutely.
things.
I don't know if that's going to show up on my camera or not. Probably not.
277936.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
what's
not.
that, Rick?
Well, that's the points when you do your flights with your drone, that you get points for everything
Ah,
you do. I'm at level 21. I got
nice.
277,000 points, whatever the hell that means. But what you couldn't see on there because the camera doesn't show, it's flight time. My total flight time so far is 11 hours and 6 minutes.
Oh, snap.
And
Lavendi says get the 4K camera set up. All right, man.
and and my total travel
What up, Mark?
distance so far with my drone is 600,000 feet. That's how many feet I've flown my drone.
So
And
you've been pretty
I got
busy with it.
and I got a total of 55 flights. So 55 flights. I've flown 600,000 feet in 11 hours. My top speed 46 miles an hour. Top distance on one flight 27,000 feet. That's not
You went
straight
all the
up.
way up there.
No, no, no,
Dang.
no. The feet is like traveling. From when you take
Oh,
off, you
okay.
go down range and then you come back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what it means by total distance is how far you fly, not up. Because you can only go
I was,
400 feet anyway. So
I was gonna say, man, like,
no, you
sheesh.
can't go. You can't be flying with the jets. No, that'd be bad. Yeah, so the drone's always
Niraj,
been fun. Mm-hmm.
Niraj Kumar is asking which carrier is best in Fremont, California. I would recommend looking at a couple of things. The first thing I would do if I were you is I would go to Cell Mapper and I would look
Mm-hmm.
for the tower density for the carrier, whoever has the most sites, and the cell sites are closely clustered together.
Yep.
That's where I would start. The second thing I would then do is go to Root Metrics and look at some of
Yep.
the data points that some of them have collected. And then I would kind of look for other reports to see if there's anything additional. You
I don't
know,
even know where Fremont is. Where's Fremont at? Is that by
uh,
L.A.?
I'm not sure, man.
I don't even
I
know.
don't know why, but I think it might be coastal. I'm not sure. Yeah, but that's what I would do.
I don't know too much
Niraj.
about California. But I'm on Cell Mapper here now. I can actually look, but I don't know where Fremont is. Maybe it's up by San San Francisco.
Oh, it's in the Bay Area. Yep.
Oh, San Francisco Bay Area. Oh, okay. Down in the Bay. Okay, let's see. Let's go down to the Bay. All the way down south. Fremont. Oh, there's Santa Cruz. Am I getting close?
I'm not sure, Rick. I don't know. It's all good though, Rick. We got to close out
Yeah.
the show because we're already past the hour mark. We want it to be on for an
Oh,
hour.
yeah, yeah. I forgot you're on a time clock. Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna thank Rick for coming on. Rick, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the
You're quite
conversation and
welcome.
being an awesome guest, and always being supportive of the community, being a you know a strong voice in the cellular networking community.
I know some people
We
don't like my voice sometimes, but well, I
you
call it
gotta
like I see it.
you gotta call a spade a spade.
Yep.
And I know you're a guy who really drives home the facts of the technologies, and we appreciate that and we respect that. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I think a lot of people, unfortunately, they let their emotions guide the way that they think and feel, and
Yeah.
the problem is with that is you become biased.
Yep.
I got a great compliment the other day. Somebody on Twitter said, Sneed, I appreciate all that you do. You objectively try to evaluate these networks, and
Yep.
that's what else would you want if you're out here taking your time to test
Yep.
them and
Absolutely.
evaluate them and give them all a fair shake?
Yep.
Call a spade when they do something right, and then call a
Yep.
spade when they're jacked up.
Yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
right. And you've
I
even
think that's
heard
the
me
only way.
say good things about T-Mobile. I mean, you got to really watch a lot of live streams and a lot of videos to catch that moment. But I do say it.
Yeah, it's that was a very good compliment. Those are the types of things I think that keep people going in this type of content area, and it's easier to sleep that way, dude. None of these, I said this like 7 years ago when I first started my YouTube channel, 6 years ago, whatever it was. I pay the companies a bill every month, right? That's what I do. So I could say whatever I want about the company that I'm paying to, and I'm testing their service. And if it sucks, it sucks. And if it's good, it's
That's right.
good.
That's right.
And I really don't care. If it
Yeah.
was in a perfect world, they would all be great, and you could buy whoever service you want, and nobody would care.
Yep.
But something that I have seen, which is really weird, bro, is some people attaching their personal identity to some of these companies, and I just don't get it.
Yeah.
So take the emotion out, take your personal attachment to these companies, take it out, and evaluate them, because you're going to be wasting your money if you're not getting what you're paying for.
That's right.
And I swear, Ricky, I said this 2 weeks ago on my live stream. People said that I snapped, and I'm going to say this again. If
Snapped.
you think I'm cherry picking where I test and evaluate, meet me. I'm
Yeah.
out here. Come test it. I'm here. And bring
Yeah.
your people and live stream it.
Yeah. There you
You're
go.
going to have to show me. You're going to have to prove to me what I'm saying is lies. Because I
That's
don't sell
right.
wolf tickets, bro.
That's right.
I'm a big YouTuber.
You're a big YouTuber. Team 4, good buddy.
Ricky!
Oh yeah.
Oh,
See, it was
man.
awesome. Yeah, so everybody share my channel, help get my views and get everything going so I can get some more people and I can come
Thanks,
back and
John.
do my weekly live stream again. And I'm going to add another tier on my membership. I'm going to add in a 99 cent. But you got to remember with YouTube, they take 30% of your money. So if
Sure
you give
do.
me 99 cents, I'm only going to get 70 cents. So maybe I'll make it $1.99. I'm going to do a $1.99 membership. So that way, after YouTube takes their 99 cents, I'll be left with $1. So if each person could chip out in like $1 with a membership, that'll help me be able to keep my channel going. And I know gas prices going up, food's price, everything's going up in price. So it's hard for people to donate. So that's why I'm going to do a lower tier so that somebody can, make a smaller donation. So a bunch of small donations will still keep the channel going. So and
Do
for
you
the
know what the
people that,
problem is with the super chats and all that stuff, Rick, and the memberships, is because they take that big chunk, and then you
yep,
also get taxed on it.
yeah, then yeah, yeah,
So you lose a
and then it
lot,
goes
and
to Ukraine. Yeah,
and I'm tempted, Rick. I'm
yep,
tempted to just go like PayPal, Cash App.
yeah. But PayPal's getting ready to change things. They're going to take your money too. I just saw that.
Can't win,
PayPal.
bro.
I
Can't
know they're
win.
going to tax you on PayPal too,
Can't
and
win,
they're
man.
and they're increasing their fees too.
We'll try Cash App. How's that?
No cash. Don't ever do Cash App.
No cash. What about Venmo?
No, you'll get hacked. No, stay away from all them stuff.
What are we gonna
There's
do,
people.
Ricky?
I don't know. We're going to just send
We're gonna
carrier
send
pigeons.
cash. We're gonna send
Yeah,
cash money in envelopes now.
yeah, that's right. Going to send it in the mail.
All right, send me $10 for Christmas, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to MS. Thanks to MS. Thanks to John. Appreciate you guys. I
Yep.
know there were a few super chats before, and I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
know
for
if I'll be
sure.
able to go back. I know Ohio Rail fan was there. Jason
Yeah.
D. There may have been a couple before that too. You guys
Yeah,
are the best.
Zelle
Thanks for
actually
all
works.
that
I
you
actually
do.
got a Zelle account myself too, so maybe I can make a Zelle account just strictly for my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I got a
Zelle
Zelle
is
account.
safe.
I guess we
Yeah,
could do
Zelle
that.
free and safe. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. We'll just do the Zelle then. Rick, you are the man, dog.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. And thanks to
Yeah, it's been
everybody.
fun,
Appreciate you
buddy.
guys.
Yeah, everybody.
Like,
Yes.
hit the like button, share this,
There.
put it out on your Tweeter world. Share it everywhere except the T-Mobile subreddit. Anywhere else is fair
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
you could
Friends don't
send this
let
to
friends
Siberia if you
subreddit.
want.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really care, but keep it away from the T-Mobile subreddit.
That's
All right.
right.
Like, share, subscribe for more, and turn on the bell notifications. Whenever
Yep.
we go live, you'll be the first to know. You guys are the best.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. We out this piece.
See
Peace.
ya. Dude.